Good morning. Well, it's morning right now. Here I have orchid cactus. I'm having a little drying out on some parts. Now that someone mentioned that theirs is coming with spots, they're rickrack. I don't know if you guys see another channel, which is, forget her name, Desert Avalon. She has a channel of so many succulents, cactus, and she also has these type of plants, which she has a couple of videos on this plant. And I do recommend you see her channel, which I will write down on the bottom for you if you decide to want to have a look at her channel. And maybe her tips can help you out. I just wanted to show you, well, this plant has been growing in front of a sunny window, and so far it's looking nice, but some of the leaves underneath, since I took it down, some parts dry out. That's my neglect because I haven't been watering it too much. I know they're not to be watered much and they shouldn't be moist, but there's times that I do forget to water it and it kind of is a bit too dry. That could be a cause of it. Look, maybe this is the problem that the other person is getting. There's some brown spottings there, and it's not an insect. It's not nothing like that. It just gets some brown spottings. But from what I've learned from Kimberly, she says that that happens, that just cut off the bad part and just let it grow. See, I get the same problem. So it's not only you. I don't know if it's because of the water. One thing I have learned from Helen, one of my subscribers that came over to my place to make a plant swap. One thing I learned that I appreciate that she told me is that when you use tap water, it's best to let it sit for an hour or, you know, until the chlorine evaporates, because the chlorine does a lot of damage to our plants. And I always water my plants just direct from the tap water or immediately. And I really never paid attention to the chlorine part, but it does make a lot of sense what she says. I'm not saying that it could be that. Like I said, I'm not really an expert with the orchid cactuses. Like as you can see, just recently purchased these. But I have another one which I uploaded with a big, huge flower. This one I have about the same time, but it has not given me any flowers, and I never bought it with any buds yet or nothing. But the other big one, yes, I have bought it with buds, so it did flower. Now, this one, for some reason, has some dark spots on it, like brown spots. I don't know, it just doesn't look pretty. Like if you hang it and you see underneath, you can see it. It's just terrible. It just looks terrible. Those brown spottings. Now, I've touched it. I felt that it's not termites. It's not phabids or however you can call it. I will show you my other plant. That one looks just fine. It's just this one that's giving me a little weird spottings on their leaves. And I know many people that own them, they don't pay any mind of it. But if there's any tips, the reasons why we get these spottings and what we should do about it, I would appreciate. And I'm open arms to receive any advice. Thank you. And I will show you the next one. I don't know if you can see, now I hanged it and it's really full of spots, those two leaves. It's looking like terrible underneath, and I'm not liking it at all. But the rest of the plant, half of it is fine. It's those two leaves that is not looking nice. So I might have to cut it off. Here's my other plant. It's looking fine. It's looking very nice and healthy. But I've been having a small problem with it. And I did notice when I bought it from the garden center, it had a white, I forget the name of it. I always forget the names of these termites. But anyways, it's a white cottony thing that is kind of webby. And I always have to be looking out for this plant. I asked the person, is that a termite or whatever it is? And she's like, no, that's just garbage. And she quickly took it away. I should have paid more attention to it. And since I wasn't wearing my glasses, I usually wear my glasses. I want to find one because usually every time, once a week, I always have make time to look at the plant, search for any cottony things, and then I just clean it out with my hand and just destroy it. I know it sounds wrong, destroy. I'm trying to find, I swear I saw something white somewhere. I've been having that problem with this plant, and it's fine. Like, it's in front of the sun, but away from the window. So far, it's been fine. I don't allow it to get more infested. I think it's right here. You see this right here? Right there. There is a, I want to turn it around. It's a white cottony thing. And see, it's just termite. And I always make sure I wipe the leaf. I just clean it with my finger, and then I immediately go wash my hand. You see right here in the bottom. I'm in my son's room. In the bottom, you see those white cottony things? And that's termites. I mean, really, I'm getting fed up with these things. I wipe it with alcohol and stuff. I always have to be watching these plants, making sure they don't have any more termite. The only part that I see browning or drying is right here. This, I think it's in the old cutting that it was there. And it's browning a bit, but the plant seems to be looking fine. Thank you all for watching, and I hope your problem gets solved, and hope to see you soon again in the next video. Thank you all for watching. Happy planting. Bye.